All right, what's up, everybody? Edison from Rhyme Makers here to get into the multi-syllable rhyme course. We're going to start it off really quickly with slant rhymes and the difference between them and perfect rhymes. That way you can build on that foundation and move forward to come up with some sick multis. And I'm really excited to get into this, so let's get started right away. This is my favorite part of hip-hop, my favorite part of rap, which is forming multi-syllable rhymes, and this is the start and the fundamentals of the foundations. So we're going to go over everything you need to know about slant rhymes in this little mini course, okay? So I'm going to get right into it right away, and I'm going to tell you guys what a slant rhyme is. So a perfect rhyme is like the Cat in the Hat style rhyme where all of the consonants at the end of the syllable or the word are the same. So you notice that all of these are T's here. So cat, bat, pat, fat, stat. So the letters on the start of the word are different, and the letters on the consonants on the end of the word are exactly the same. That's a perfect rhyme. What a slant rhyme is when the letters at the front and the back are different. So cat, back. So that has a different sound and a different consonants. Tap is different than T and CK, and that's all a slant rhyme is. It's super simple to understand, but there's actually some, detailed mechanics that go into understanding it that will help you build on top of that momentum as well. So a couple of the rules are the vowel sound of the syllables are the same, so they're all that ah sound, or if it was an O sound, it would be dope, right? The ah sound is the vowel. They need to all be the same, okay, in order for it to be a slant rhyme. The consonants after the vowels belong to the same phonetic family, and I'm going to tell you what those are soon, what a phonetic family is. We're going to get into that, but essentially what it is just different consonants at the end that kind of have the same sound, and then the sounds before the vowels are different. That is not necessarily 100% true, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But the reason why this is important is because when you only use perfect rhymes, this is your options that you have. These are all of the options for the word tap, for example. There is, I don't know, not that many options available. And then when you look at the slant rhyme options that you have, it opens up a creative bag, a creative grab bag, and you open up a whole new world of potential rhyme schemes you can use, which means that you can get your point across better, and you can say what you want to say and just change it up instead of using the same cliche rhymes over and over again that people do. So I really like having that as an option. For example, if you were to rhyme the word safe and only use perfect rhymes, there's only 3 options, and I don't even know what waif means. So if you were to use the slant option and change up the consonants at the end of the word, they all have that A sound, they all have the A syllable sound, and then after the syllable, they are changing the consonant sound. So safe, faith, base, case, brave, tase, they all have that A sound, but they change the consonants after. That's all it is. Super simple, easy to understand, and just another example here of the options that you get from the perfect rhymes to the slant rhymes. So you can add in, like, for example, if you wanted to rhyme gum, you can add in things like tongue now, which is really cool. And then phonetic families are super important to understand. There are 3 phonetic families that you just need to understand, and that's it. After a while, this is going to become second nature, and you're not going to need to even think about this anymore. But phonetic families are just the consonants that are grouped together based on the sound made by your mouth. That's all phonetic families are, and some of them are closer together than others, okay? So it's a little bit tricky to understand, but I actually want to show you the chart first so you can look at it. This is the chart of phonetic families, okay? You're going to see here there are 3 different sections. You have plosives, you have fricatives, and you have nasals. Those are the main things to understand. These consonants, the B, D, G, are all grouped together because of how they sound so similar together. P, T, K have a little bit more of a k, t, p sound to them, so they're grouped together in plosives. So plosives have that kind of explosive sound. So the b, d, g, p, t, k. And then you have the fricative section, where you have the little bit of like a shaker sound to it, like v or th or z. And those are all grouped together in different sections as well. And then you have the f and ush and uch sounds. And then nasals get a section for themselves, and those always include M and N sounds, or ng sounds. Always with M and N, though. You don't use nasals for anything else except for those two. So that's important to understand. Some examples of these guys would be, for example, if it was a plosive and you wanted to rhyme the word dub, and you wanted a slant rhyme for the word dub, you would just replace the consonant on the end. So for example, if you just wanted to do dub and dud, that works as well. But you can have options anywhere in the plosives family. Okay, so these are all grouped together, and the closer they are, the better, but you can stray and get a little bit further away. So these are all part of the plosive family, the B, D, G, and TPK, so you can use any of those consonants on the end to find good slant rhymes. So dub, you could use bud, rug, pup, shut, luck, or rep. You can get set, neck, deb, bed, leg, or gab. You got bad, tag, rap, cat, and back. Okay, they all sound fairly similar. As obviously you move into the T's and the P's and the K's, it sounds a little bit different, right? So you can hear that, but when you're rapping, you'll find that you move through them so fast when you're rapping that it doesn't even matter. And this is what rap has turned into over the years. I actually messed this up a little bit with the fricatives, so I'm sorry, my examples are actually just the same as the last one. But say we were to rhyme the word dove, like the bird dove, you can use the same family and rhyme dove and tough, for example. That's an F sound, so tough, and dove and gush, or clutch, for example, or buzz, and those are all the fricative sounds, and those ones are all grouped together as well. And then you have the nasal option, which is, it's still there, it's available, and there's words that have those in them. So hum, rum, bun, lung, tongue, and those are all grouped together as well. Sorry about those slides, they look a little messed up. But the closer you keep your rhymes to the same phonetic families, the tighter they sound, okay? So the B, D, and G, the closer you have the consonants, so bag, grab, and dag, whatever that is, they are all going to be tighter, right? So it's closer to perfect rhymes, whereas if you were to say bag and bat, those get further away. They're still part of the plosives family, but they're a little further away, okay? This matters in rap because it opens up a huge assortment of options for you when you're trying to get your message across, and that's what you want. You want more options that don't sound cliche and the same as everybody else, and you want to be able to express yourself the way, and you want to say the words you want to say, but you still want to rhyme, okay? That's why it's important. Now, the next thing we're going to look at here is something called additive rhyme. Super simple, okay? But if you have a word that ends in a vowel like day or by or go or see, you can still add on a consonant onto the end of that and still count it as a rhyme. Okay, so day and drag still have that same style. Okay, by, bride, go, grove, see, deed. Those all have extra consonants on the end, and that's a possibility as well. So that opens up even more doors for you. And then you also have something called subtractive rhyme, where you take away the actual consonant on the end. So it would be fast, and then say it was class, or mask and mass, fact or back. Because instead of it being backed and fact, then you would just have back, but it still works, inept and rep. I think that makes sense. I'm moving through this because I don't think it's, I think it's something that you can grasp pretty quickly, but it's important to know because it's going to build on the foundation of the next thing we're going to do. This is something that's called assonance rhyme, and all assonance rhyme is the same vowel sound. They don't care about consonants before or after. It doesn't matter what they are. So if you were trying to rhyme drown and mouth, that's still an assonance rhyme. And this becomes important because assonance is still considered rhyme, but when you add assonance into the first parts of your bars and rhymes, or the first parts of your multisyllables, and then work towards a more perfect rhyme at the end, it creates such a cool contrast. So I think this is really important for your creative expression and getting out what you want to say in a dope manner and still having it sound so sick. So this is, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the end of it, but what I want you guys to do, and I mean, if you want to, I think it's important to just give it a shot. Write out, 10 solid slant rhymes for the word goat, and then move on to the next section. Edison, Rhyme Makers, peace.